Evening YouTube, Sean, Leslie Over Dummies. Today I just wanted to, really I'm just going to fire off some rounds in my my test mule. I've installed a bleed down screw in here and I really want to check functionality of it. I previously had tried the push button style, so it almost was like a Humerex air valve where it has that little pin on the back. This particular one is a screw type, and I think Alex Less Lethal was probably one of the first to start using it, at least that I can recall. And it's something that I've always wanted to do, and then the Valken Ultra came along, and I do like the Ultra. But I really do love the GOG and its quarter turn, just click on, off. But obviously it doesn't have a bleed down function. So let's throw this on the table. I'll show you the bleed screw that I'm using. All right, so this is the bleed screw that I'm using. I purchased this on AliExpress some time ago. I won't be able to link it. And I don't even know if it works yet, so you guys will just be seeing it and doing it just as I am. So this is a stainless steel. I think this one was M10. So the thread inside your PRV here is M10 by 1.0. But many have started using 1/8, and while it does work, and actually I have used it on a couple of occasions, it's not something I would recommend, but it does work, you know, if you put some thread tape on it. The pitch is close enough. What it doesn't offer is a 1/8 NPT. Going in a 1/8 NPT hole offers some sealing ability, whereas the M10 is a little bit sloppier. So you need to use thread tape. In this case though, I can't recall what this is, and I didn't use thread tape because, so there's a closer look at it. You can see it just clears the velocity cap. And if you listen real carefully, oh, I got this donut in my hand here. It just rubs it, just. But it's pretty much as big as you could get to do it by hand. I know I've seen some with 90-degree street fitting out the side here, so I could put it on the side. Purposes of this test are just quick and dirty, see if it functions. So I removed the original the M10 by 1.0 set screw that I had here in as my delete. I removed the little O-ring that's in here. And this one, as you saw, comes with this little guy, and this is a little sealing washer. So when these are threaded together, this pin interlocks in there and makes a seal. So I've replaced the factory O-ring in here with this, and then I threaded that in. And I did not use thread tape because this is actually designed to seal, much like the factory O-ring in here when it is, even in its factory form with the PRV still intact, it's just designed to squish them together. So that's how it looks. It's a little awkward to get in there, but again, this is just proving to myself that it'll work before I take it any further. Testing some different springs in here as well. You guys don't need to know about that. And you're probably wondering about that ASA there. Well, I'm undecided yet what I'm going to do. Obviously, I don't know, we're kind of going back in time by moving the bottle down here, but there was a reason that I was trying it out. Let's shoot it. I promise it's not a trap day, although I did make a change to my trap. And I actually put a pillow just in the bottom, not behind, in the bottom, because I was curious if the projectiles are hitting it and bouncing down and out. Like I could hear the smacking the bottom, so I'm wondering if some of those were coming out in that manner. Let's shoot it. The first thing I guess you would have to do if you're using this is always make sure that it's closed so your marker is ready to go. I could see that being a problem for getting it. We'll deal with that later. So 850 psi output is this tank. Nothing crazy. This is a modified regulator. If you ever see this silver one hovering around here, that's what that means to me anyways. So let's air it. I do trust this, but I'm still gonna just keep my hands clear of this for the moment here. No sounds? Let's test it out here. It worked. Holy smokes, my mag screws are loose here, my mag well screws. I did just have this apart. I must have forgotten to tighten those. Always check your screws. All right, well, let's try this again. Let's not dry fire it. Oops. Gotta put safety on. Okay, so let's air it up. So I didn't degas it. I just dry fired just to make sure it was still charged. So I'm turning the air off. The bolt retracted. Let me show you guys that again. Sorry if I'm kind of not showing you much just at the second here, but this is the first time me doing it too. Okay, I got a headlamp on, so hopefully you can see this. So there is your marker in a degas state. You can see, you cannot see the bolt. Normally you'd see the bolt kind of right at the edge of the mag well there. So I'm gonna air it up. Oh, you see it there? So it popped into place. That's the click you're hearing, is that bolt locking forward onto the sear. And there it is in its ready fire state. So I'll turn this off and then we'll watch it. I'm gonna try and do this. It's really awkward here. I'm gonna just degas it now and you should see that bolt retract. And there you go. See how it retracted? Bada bing, bada boom. Works brilliant, actually. So, let's go ahead with some shooting here and see how it does. We'll just shoot some 9.9s. And I'm gonna chrono a couple here because I'm testing something else out here. $354. Not too shabby actually. $356. $358. And I didn't get any balls coming back there. Let's fire some more. I got 7 left in here. That one just regurgitated. That is all. I'm going to tell you guys something right now. This marker has definitely seen its share of abuse, and as I was firing right there, I lost a screw, and it wasn't the screw. I just said it was already loose. And this is why you need to check this stuff every once in a while. See that tiny little guy? It actually came right out of the top. See, there's 3 in this top rail here. 1, 2, 3. Came right out of there. And it's backed by a square nut on the other side. So we're gonna take a pause, and I'm going to just go over my marker quickly with a set of Allen keys. A viewer suggested or asked me to try just a bath towel on one rod and the nylon in front to see if that dumbs it down some. So I said, yeah, sure. That's an easy one to try. Good news. It was only this one. Well, actually, this one got like an 8th turn, but all the other screws besides this forward magwell screw were tight. It shows the importance of actually doing regular maintenance. Try again. 9.9s with a bath towel behind the ballistic. Just make sure my relief valve is tight. $354, same as last, so that's good. You can see here what I was talking about there the other day when this first one is too long and it does stuff like that. So let me just shorten that up quickly. Shortened up the front flap, and I still got the towel hanging in behind there. Not gonna chrono anymore here. Nope. Although they are really slow coming out of there, but I don't want to be catching them every time. Let's drop this a little bit. Dirty bugger. Add a little weight to the front. I did try this previously, but I used some heavy steel C-clamps, so let's just see. I'm gonna use the cut off of my broomstick from yesterday. And we shall see. Towel still behind. It actually hit when that wood kicked up. It actually hit the wood. So it went in, the bar came out, and then it hit the wood and then shot straight up. Well, I'll keep playing with the trap, but I promised no more trap stuff, but here I am messing with the trap, but I couldn't help it. The bleed screw's working good. Mind you, I've only put 25 rounds through it, 20 rounds. I'll see if I can dig the link up, and if I can, I'll put it in the description. It might not be tonight, so maybe check back and see if I've added it. I'll look right now, but I might have to dig a little bit deeper because I can't even recall when I purchased this. But let's try it one more time. Beautiful. All right, well, there you have it. Now I can maybe perfect it, move it around. Who knows what you'll see next. Catch you on the next one, guys.